Hello, it's me, aka NooBrainer, and welcome to the top 8 match of the Ashen Pass World Qualifier event. I have honestly forgot what this name is called, but it's March. It's in March. And we're in the top 8 now. Yeah, we're up against Pythoner. C-Dubs has entered this chat. Get out of here, C-Dubs. Is there anything important? No, there isn't. That's right. Go. Yeah, he's gone. Ha! Intimidation. It works all the time. They're streaming it. So he probably came in to say something really crazy like, oh, don't start yet. Everything's blowing up. But no, I told him to back off and he did. He respects the boundaries. Isn't that right, Pythoner? Fantastic. Alright, so as the higher seed, I get to choose between first and second, or the outsider. And that's not going to be an easy choice. I'll be quite honest with you, because you're playing Nupton. Worth noting, by the way, me and Pythoner and C-Dubs and Kirito even, we are actually in a team together, Team Degenerates. And as such, that means we share deck lists with each other. And as such, that means we actually know each other's deck lists, even though it's not supposed to be, these aren't supposed to be open deck lists. We know each other's deck lists, so we know what we're seeing in each other's. A very important thing that Pythoner isn't running, for example, is Time Warp. Fantastic thing to know about Nupton not running Time Warp, right?
Yep.
But he knows I'm not running Quick Shot, which I guess could be useful to him, Yeah?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what I want to do. I genuinely don't know if I want to go first or second against this deck. Because it seems to be that going second actually gets you hit first these days. Well, yeah, we also know what the victory conditions are, but the streamer guys are using it as a now you can start sort of thing, so we're waiting for them on that. I'm leaning towards going second right now because that's what I know. I know how to play second better than I know how to play first. I am very nervous about giving you the access to, a soul stream or something on turn 2. That could be very deadly, but I don't know. Which one would you prefer, Python? And I'll pick the opposite.
I mean, yeah, I know what I would pick, but I can see why you would pick either way.
Mm-hmm. And there's also the option of I could always go with my particular outsider, or your outsider, should I say? But of these three, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, hunting for power isn't one of them, so I don't have to worry about that, right? Because if hunting for power was on top, I think I would be using my choice to pick the Silent Ambassador over the outsider, because I did almost lose almost lose the last game from hunting from power. Nupton can really kill that thing.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. Instead, we have Skytear Master, Obstinacy, and Double Kill. Double Kill is terrifying for both of us.
Yeah.
Nupton, he's running Nightmare Incarnates, he's running Migraines. Those are scary things. But I'm also running Migraines on Setharu, and I just have a lot of damage on my heroes, and could quite easily go for a double kill at some point. Or set something up with an outsider or something. And they have flipped, so we can begin. So I am going to choose to go second.
Okay. And I'll take Silent Ambassador.
Sounds good. Go ahead and pick your first hero.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just go pure dome.
With the Kuti.
Alright. In response, I'm going to grab the Sakoshi. And I am going to grab the Yami.
Okay, I'll take Setharu and Shafath.
There's an argument to be made that Sakoshi shouldn't have been my first pick there, but I feel like I want to pick the Sakoshi, as I'm going to go for Setharu and Akimo.
Setharu and Akimo, so that means
Not Izuktosk.
My last pick will be yeah, it's probably...
Yeah, I wasn't certain of what your last pick would be here, but I knew you was going to pick these three.
Yeah, last pick is going to be Kanui.
Makes sense. Kanui gives you the highest modifiers in your deck.
Yeah, I think if you picked Ixatosk or something, I might have gone for Ekrit instead or something. But
yeah, that's worthwhile, but no, not in this situation. I think I'm just going to go with the Setharu. Honestly, there is an argument to be made that I should have gone for the Ixtosk, let's be honest here, because my Ixtosk has a lot of good presence on him. Literally.
Yep.
You have presence, I do not have presence, I do not have access to presence, but my hope is that I can out-aggro you, and then we're all fine. So we'll see. As we draw our cards here, let me put Sethru as my fourth here, as my third here. Alright, Psychic Vampirism is okay, Psychic Shield is fantastic here. Soul Scream is good because it's a 3. I don't really want the migraines. I'll be honest with you, I do not want these migraines. But I do want them later on. So that's just super awkward here. He's not running Doom, so Psychic Vampirism could do very nicely with a migraine. So maybe I do that. Maybe I do that, and then like I could even Skytear Discharge.
Right, I am actually mulliganing first. What am I mulliganing?
Yes, you are.
That's a tough decision.
I do want to try and get some Shadow Mines going, though. Also,
I want to mulligan something, but I also want to keep all the cards in my hand.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a similar boat.
Yeah. Let's see, is it supposed to be probably just one of these two?
So I think I'm going to keep a Migraine and a Psychic. I think I might just discard one card here. And just hope that round 2 I get this off.
Yeah, I'm going to mulligan just one.
Yeah, I'm also just going to mulligan the 1. Alright, second 3. I'll take it. Alright, good luck. Have fun.
Okay, good luck. I'm going to start with
Shafathi. Yep.
He is going to...
Worship, Skirmish, Lead.
Yep. Something like that. Worship. Yeah, and then he's going to Skirmish. I will predict 1.
Okay.
I will keep that on top. He's going to move there and swap. And he's going to lead from deck.
Alright, so I can potentially block him out of this dome slightly with this Yami move, but I would need to bring in someone else guaranteed to take the dome for the leading power here. If I bring in Yami here, that means Sethru is always going to be able to hit whoever enters the dome. Unless they enter through here, if they go move Skirmish, for example. Move Whisper of Nupton, attack Skirmish, but he does not run Whisper of Nupton, that's worth noting. Yeah. So I think I just go with Yami here. Alright, I'm going to activate Yami.
Okay.
Let's duplicate this active hero thing for the sake of the chat. I'm going to move. No, I'm not going to move. I'm going to Skirmish, sorry, which is very similar to moving, but it's skirmishing.
Yep.
Then I'm going to move.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Flip it against this thing.
Yep.
Dead this thing. Oh, Shatter Mind. If I had mulliganed a second card. And then I finally worship.
Yep.
Mark in the Shafathi. I'm now here. Hi.
Hello.
2 damage.
Damn it. I don't have a Yami, and I don't have an Ekrit. And so
Alright.
Shafathi takes 2.
So the hope here is that he simply does not have a presence. And if he does have a presence, since he's going first, I can sort of wait it out a bit. I can see what happens, and then I can take the lane as compensation. It's not going to be great compensation because Sartan Ambassador can do a lot of damage. But compensation's compensation, I'll take it, you know. And then on round 2, I have the Psychic Vampirism Migraine stuff.
I want to go that way or not. So...
Which will help keep me alive.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Sethru here.
Okay. So he's trying to save his presence guy for the last. If he wants to get into Yami, he can't get to Yami properly.
Yeah, I'll start with a Skirmish.
Okay.
And predict.
So Sethru is kind of the one I want to
go ahead and flip that. Step to there.
deal with the most. So he might just attack in the move.
And then
If Sethru stays out of it and I put 3 guys into it,
I'd rather...
that's pretty good for me. By going into the middle, that means he can always get attacked by something. So he might skirmish to the edge, and then Akudi goes into the middle. Move attack skirmish with the Akudi. It kills a bunch of minions, I guess.
Yeah, he's going to move.
In response to that, I'm going to play a Skytear Discharge.
You're going to play Skytear Discharge, okay?
Discharge, yep.
Hey guys, could you guys hold on real quick? Is that okay?
What's up?
Ryan didn't set up my sound, so the stream can't hear me.
Okay.
So it'll be quick. Hopefully.
Just ping the table when you're done.
Yeah, I'll just do the little arrow ping on the.
This is why you should have been in his channel instead of mine when you were starting. I hope you're okay with that, Python. Alright, I claimed the channel. I just claimed the channel right there. Now, obviously, I would have loved to have used the Skytear Discharge with my Psychic Vampirism.
That is not what I want to see you casting right now.
Yeah, no. You moved into the middle, so that's pretty good for me. Because there was a chance you could have gone to this edge, and then if you moved and I did that, you could have been like, well, okay, I'll move here and I'll take damage, but I'm in the cover hex, so that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, with Sethru here, I'm going to move Worship and then shoot him. With a Migraine next round, Psychic Vampirism Migraine seems pretty good. To heal 3. Assuming Sethru gets hit, right? And the issue is the Akudi has to do a lot to get into position. That's bad for him. So that lead from deck was a predicted card, definitely, yes, because you threw away the Migraine, but you threw away the Ice Wall at the beginning of the game.
Correct.
Yeah.
That was a predicted card.
So there's a good assumption to make here that that's a 3.
That is a reasonable assumption to make. Unless I'm bluffing.
Of course. Now, if the Sethru goes here, that means Akudi's not there, and that's kind of awkward for him. Everything's kind of a bit awkward, but he could just go to here, he could attack a minion, he could win the lane as compensation, which would be okay for him, but not fantastic. I'm just trying to win by Skytear Master here, and I feel like with Yami and stuff, I should be, even though Yami's at the other end of the board right now, which is definitely a worry, definitely a concern, I should be able to defend the lanes. Worth noting, he has Quick Shot, right? He is running Quick Shot in his deck. And Combust... No, he's not running Quick Shot or Combustion, because that's Echo, not Kanui.
That him pinging, is that him saying that everything's all set?
I don't know. I told him to ping. That wasn't a ping, was it?
Well, he pinged the control token in TTS.
Then that's good.
I don't know if...
Then we're good. That's ready to go then. So go ahead.
So I'm
You're taking the damage. All right, fair enough.
Taking the damage.
5.
Oh, that is not what I wanted.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. But now I get to attack Yami.
Yep. No response.
Okay. So that will be 3+. Only 4 to Yami.
I definitely got the better end of the deal there.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. But that was there.
All right.
Can you guys stop again?
Oh my god, guys.
It's not. I don't know. Ryan had his setups all. He's not ready. He's gonna restart the stream, I guess.
Wow.
But you don't have to
what's
restart
going wrong? What's up?
I have no clue. It's his sound, and I don't know if his settings are off.
Like, is he got a so they can hear you, just it's quiet, right?
I don't know. He says it's not even picking it up.
Because if it's not even picking up, then he's probably using the wrong desktop audio. There are some headsets and such, if he's using a headset, that like to separate game from chat. I turn that shit off in Discord, but like some people have it still on. Like I have like my headset is a SteelSeries 3. It's got a little knob which allows me to change the balance between listening to chat and then listening to game, and it's like, no, I just want my sound to be correct.
Yeah. His was like echoing, so he had to get headphones, I think, and because I think it was just going from his computer speakers, and then
that sounds like Discord problem, not a.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, this is awkward, but at least at least I did 5 damage, so I'll take it.
Yeah, that's 0 mana 5 damage seems pretty fucking strong.
Yeah.
yeah. Seems great.
Balanced. All right, I'm gonna go back to Ryan.
Sure.
Real quick, see what's going on.
It's like with Shafathi and Sethru in there, they're both going to get hit for so much if he's not careful. So he might keep the Akudi out here, kill 2 minions, lead, and then I'll go kill 1 minion in the skirmish with Sakoshi into somewhere. I might just claim this dome as my own. That would set up for a Soul Scream though. But if Sakoshi should be in the other dome. There's one awkward part with my start, because I killed this minion. I was just thinking, this is kind of a bit of an awkward part of my start, actually. It was probably better to have Yami start in the middle and then kill the middle minion instead, because, yeah, that's what I used to do. I don't know why I didn't do that this time around, because what happens is this hex is actually takeable for you, when previously, if you do that, Sakoshi punishes by killing the minion.
Yeah.
Well, by killing the minion and then being allowed to skirmish, right? Like, it's not just the minion kill. The thing is, though, like, killing you brings me close to obstinacy, but is obstinacy really going to fire in time?
Yeah, right.
I guess I could set up some double killing, because I'll be hitting Shafathi as well. But the Akudi illusion going over to here will be very helpful for him. They'll keep him nice and defensive. Give him +1 armor to his heroes now. Like, activating Akudi last, it has that awkward moment for it. Alright, that was definitely a ping in the center.
Yep.
Alright, so that was Sethru, right? He moved skirmish attack. Yeah.
That was the theory, yep.
Alright, I'll activate Sethru.
Yep, sounds good.
I will move. I will declare an attack on Sethru.
Sounds good.
6.
Oh, that is problematic.
This is one of those games, I guess.
Jeez.
Wow. So if he does get Akudi in there to win the dome, Sakoshi can move up and attack Sethru, which might be decent compensation, but there is the Clear Mind worries. So I could just worship here, right? I worship here, and then Migraine is going to kill at the start of the next round. It does guarantee I'm committing here, though. And that does mean that he can not lead in the lane if he wants to win the lane. But getting that Migraine to 3 is real nice. Yeah, I'm gonna lead from hand.
Lead from hand. Okay.
Go ahead.
Akudi is going to move.
Go ahead.
Skirmish.
Yep.
Predict.
Yep. And this is where he's got his presence play.
Don't think I want that. And worship.
Yep.
And the illusion. Go there.
So if I do move, worship, attack, he could counter that. He could absolutely counter that play. So I think I just... The worship could absolutely counter that play, so I think I've got to let the Skytear Master not happen and take the lane as compensation here. I would love to kill the Yakudi illusion, but I think I'm just going to have Sakoshi do his stuff. He didn't actually lead presence in here, so what this is suggesting is he's going to try and keep Sethru alive. I wish I'd been able to get that worship off, but oh well. Okay, I'll activate Sakoshi.
Yep.
I will move. Let me do this for the minion. Sorry, move.
Yep.
I'm going to attack.
Yep.
Yeah, not a +3. And then I skirmish.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to block me out in the dome? Fine, fine, fine. We'll draw in that and I'll take the lane as compensation.
Yeah, so I don't have anything in the round.
Yeah, I don't have anything either.
Okay.
So, Sakoshi done.
Yep, so you will win the lane by 2.
I will win the lane by 2. Let's show the leads. Yeah, alright. So I win the lane by 2. This is one of those awkward parts where this happens. Good spot of the Yakudi illusion, of course. This is dead.
Yep.
And I will go... honestly, like here... Yeah, here. And all the minions are within 3, so they stay. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so I draw a card for that. Don't forget to draw the card for that.
Yep.
All right.
And then we're gonna tie the dome, right?
Yeah, and we're tying the dome. Yeah. So you don't have to worry about that victory condition. And then we both draw 2.
Indeed, and 2.
And then you discard
a card. I do discard.
What the frig is this?
It's it's again an awkward decision to have to make.
What the heck is this? It's great, but at the same time, not. Like, he's already locked in. I guess that's the idea. Yakudi stays locked in. He'll kill 1 minion, and then it'll be 5 against 1, so that'll be 4, which means I'll do 3 to the tower. So if I just move Sakoshi out and hit the tower, he dies. So if I just double Skytear discharge on the Yakudi turn, he's in a really bad spot.
I want to discard... I kind of don't want to... It would be dangerous to discard that, though.
But he could have a... He could have a psychic shield, so better not do both of them. He didn't have it last round, but he might have it this round. I can test the waters by having Sethru kill with the migraine, maybe. If he just skirmishes with Sethru out of the dome and attacks something, that'd kind of be great for me.
Discard one.
Does that mean he has an entire hero off the board that round?
There. Okay. And so then the question is, do I start with Sethru, who's almost dead?
Alright, so he's got rid of the release the spirit.
Or do I start with
release the spirits here. Good to know. Good to know he got rid of a Release the Spirits there. That means he either has another one or he's got Clear Minds and doesn't care. Most probably, because Release the Spirits is one of the few ways he can really get an advantage of me in Sakoshi. This is one of the strengths about open deck lists, is that I know with Sakoshi I can't really go for my Sakoshi plays. Because he removes the mark and then my attack fizzles.
Yeah. I'm going to start with Shafathi.
Shafathi, okay.
I'm going to use the Flux.
Uh-huh.
Cast Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Okay, that gets you Frenzy and Fast.
Frenzy and Fast. I'm going to move.
In response to that, I'm going to play Skytear Discharge.
That's fine.
You was going to go to Sethru? Damn. Missed time.
I'm happy to see the second discharge out of your hand, I suppose, here. And then I'm going to attack Sethru.
Go ahead.
So 5+.
6.
Yeah, only 6.
Not going to get value out of Psychic's Fan
And
Prism
then
until
I'm
that.
going to skirmish targeting Sethru.
Yep, go ahead.
Unfortunately, not get to predict. So 4.
There we go. And where are you going to go?
And the skirmish will put me to where? Probably might as well get into cover, right?
Okay.
Yep, that's Shafathi.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good for me, honestly. I'm completely okay with that situation. Although I thought, looking at the numbers right now, like it is 5-3, so I'd only take 1 damage off the tower. So if I move in, I'll take 3, and I would need to lead. That's what I need to do as well. All right, so I think I can just get Sethru out here with the migraine, with a worship here. That's the only way I survived double double nightmare. Well, okay, I have a psychic shield, so I'm actually fine. But okay, I'm going to activate my own Sethru.
Okay.
And I'm going to start with a worship.
A worship, okay.
And I'm going to place the illusion over here or here. I mean, this hits the cover hex.
You can't put it on.
Oh yeah, I can't get all the way over there. That's 4 away. Yeah, so I'll go here.
The only way Sethru can place it in the dome is specifically there.
Yeah, makes sense. So I'll have to put it down next to me.
Yep.
I think I just attack Sethru here, right? And lead from the deck. Yeah. I'm going to declare an attack on Sethru. Let's see if he has any defense for it.
Sethru is going to cast Nightmares Incarnate on Sethru.
Sethru is going to... What do I want to do? So I'm at 4 right now. You aren't thingying, so that puts to 1. I guess you might have something else with the Cootie. So the thought here is I just migraine him and just take that out of the equation, but then the attack whiffs, and that would be terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna Psychic Shield.
Yep. And then Akuti is going to nourish Sethru, my Sethru.
Yeah, okay.
So my Sethru will go up to 6.
And then I'm gonna flip if that's okay.
Yep.
+2 sets into 1.
Sets him to 1.
And then I guess I will declare a skirmish targeting Sethru.
Yep.
Any response?
Nope.
All right, flipping. Oh, there's the +3.
But at least that's better to flip it then when you're probably going to kill him anyway than another time.
And I'm gonna stay where I am and then draw a card.
Maybe we'll come in for round
And that'll
3.
be Sethru.
Okay. Well.
Good to see he's useful his
In
mana.
that case, I'm going to start with. That is awkward, isn't it?
Kanui is turn 3, yeah?
Kanui is turn 3, yes.
Yeah. Where is your Kanui? Oh, there she is. Yeah, yep. Good spot. Oh yeah, I never tinted my Sethru. Whoops.
Let's see.
You tinted yours, so it was okay.
Yeah, I made a mistake earlier that I think was incredibly terrible of me.
While taking that 5 from discharge.
Yeah, well...
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to attack Sethru.
In response, I'm going to play a Migraine and a Psychic Vampirism.
I'm
Targeting
going
Akudi.
to... Akudi is going to Psychic Shield.
Do I still get to heal off that?
Psychic Shield says it's going to deal less damage, so it's going to deal 0 damage, so you won't heal.
But,
right?
Well, usually things like this ignore armor. Psychic Shield, I don't know.
Well, no, but Psychic Shield says it reduces the damage dealt. It says it deals 5 fewer damage, so
I think there'll be a rules question of this, right? In rules, Psychic Vampirism. How do I spell vampirism? Vampirism, right. How does Psychic Shield interact with Psychic Vampirism? Yeah, I do not get any healing. You are completely correct, so I do not get to heal. But you still are going to get disarmed.
I still am going to get disarmed, which is
probably
going
enough.
To save. It's I would have to, yeah. Well, I'll flip for the attack.
Okay.
0 plus. Oh, okay. I got a shot. If you can flip +3, so can I. I would need another +3 on a skirmish if I want to actually kill.
Yeah, because it's currently 0, but
yeah,
that would really hurt if you got that kill. You haven't flipped any yet.
Yeah, but I'm also worried about the lane. Oh, actually, sorry. I flip
you also
on
get the
minion.
1+ against the
I
minion.
get the flip on the minion. Yeah. Oh no! No. Oh geez.
Oh, that hurts your chances quite a bit.
That hurts my chances, definitely.
From a 7 in 24, which is like a, not quite a 1 in 3, to a 6 in 23, which is not quite a 1 in 4. So you've got like a 27% chance, I want to say now.
I'm basically obligated to go into the lane though, which is rather unfortunate.
Yeah, because otherwise you just win.
Otherwise you just destroy my Nexus, and so
yeah.
We're gonna skirmish targeting Sethru.
Yeah, I mean, the fact is you get to skirmish targeting Sethru, so you're fine. Go ahead. Let's see if you get it. Oh my god, you got it.
I do! Okay. That makes me feel slightly better about my chances.
Well, that was pretty lucky of you.
Yeah, so skirmish is gonna end me there, and I'm going to draw a card.
Well then.
Oh.
That happened, and my guy comes back round 4, not round 3. Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm kind of afraid still, though, I think. And then I have to lead.
Well, that's a big problem.
I was nervous because I wasn't even getting the predict there.
Yeah.
But okay.
All right, so I will activate Yami.
Yep.
I'm going to worship.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Akudi.
Yep.
+1, so 1 damage.
Yes.
I think if I just attack him, if I just think I just skirmish and attack, I'm fine. Is there anything that could stop this skirmish for 1 mana? Literally no. And then I just kill the minions, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the hero, 5. So then I'm fine. Yeah, so I'm going to just skirmish targeting a Kuti.
Yep.
Flipping against Kuti. Nothing. I go 1, 2 on top of this minion.
Yep.
Which kills it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll declare an attack against the final minion.
Sure.
Which kills it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you have nothing here. I'll activate Sakoshi.
Yeah, I realized I miscounted.
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
I totally miscounted. I thought I had the leeway to just barely kill to go for the kill on Satheru, but yeah.
I'll move in.
I assume you have the 3 from hand.
I'll attack Akuti because I want to.
Sure.
Move, attack, flip 2. Yeah, that's 4, and then lead from hand for game.
Yep. Yeah, and if you, I just
totally.
So I think what lost me the game was the fact that I didn't cast my Psychic Shield on round 1.
Oh, you had Psychic Shield.
So it really didn't help that they broke in right at that point, and I just spaced out and just didn't cast it.
Yeah.
And I realized like right after, whereas I realized, crap, I could have just not lost 5. I was honestly kind of
I assumed that you got really lucky drawing that second Psychic Shield, because there's no way you wouldn't have Psychic Shielded the first time.
I had both in hand at the beginning of the game, and I just didn't cast it.
Dude, that really sucks. I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, I mean, I just spaced out. But
so I'm the one saying I'm tired. You're the one who spaced out, but at the same time, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Because I think that cost me, like, Satheru would have been probably not quite dead. I would have.
Well, yeah, you'd have had a second, because the entire reason why I worshipped is so that the entire reason why I worshipped so that if you do anything fancy like redirect, I can migraine him instantly, was the idea, right?
Yeah, I had.
But you had 2 Psychic Shields, so you was fine.
I had both, yeah. But. Yeah, no, and the
I drew a Doom off of killing him, by the way.
It was awkward too, because I didn't get to predict with Shafathi because he had to move first.
Mm-hmm.
If I'd been able to predict with him, there would have been a better chance.
I was very surprised you would burn your use your discharge on the unstoppable.
My hope there was that the average flips of the deck are pretty good, and so my thought was Satheru was the biggest danger to my Satheru.
Okay.
And otherwise, I was thinking that this. So I knew I was in a pretty rough position there already. So my play was, I'm just going to hope that Unstoppable flips 2+2s.
It's worth noting I get the kill on Satheru. So of the last 3 cards I had, I had another Psychic Vampirism discharge.
Yeah. So.
So like your Satheru couldn't have left the dome really, but yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it probably, but. Yeah, so I was telling GameSlayer this. When C-Dubs, when you stepped in, I just ended up spacing out a little bit after that, and I just totally didn't cast Psychic Shield when Satheru moved into the dome.
Oh, you should have just cast it there.
You should have just snapcast it, man.
I had both in hand on round 1, and just with like everything kind of, taking like several minutes to get everything sorted out there, I just completely spaced out, didn't cast it, and just said, I'll take the probably like 4 damage, and then it was 5, and then I realized like right after, right after I attacked, I realized, wait, I didn't have to take the damage.
Yeah.
That was
blame Ryan.
That was my fault.
Yeah, blame Ryan. But yeah, because what else are you gonna Psychic Shield in my deck other than Migraine, Soulscream, Discharge, and I guess Yamiul?
To be fair to you, Ryan, I don't know that I'm not convinced I would have necessarily noticed it, even if we didn't get interrupted, but that it probably didn't happen.
Yeah.
But
your guys' flips were nuts too, like.
On both sides.
The 3 in a row. And then 2 in a row, like
dude, 3 threes in a row kills my Sethru. I'm like, I'll do this risky play, but it'll work out because I've got Vampirism and Migraine, and even if he hits me, I've got Disarm for it, because I want to get low from Shafathi, that's why I'm not disarming him.
Yeah, and then I just totally miscounted at the end, and forgot that he still had 2 hero activations left after me, because I didn't get to activate Satheru.
Yeah, well...
Yeah.
So,
you really needed to have calculated that immediately, because you should have immediately not necessarily noticed, but immediately it's like, I need to put 2 heroes in the lane this round.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one from Sakoshi does it. He's the 5th minion.
Yeah, so that was just, I was really hoping with Shafathi that I was going to get the 2+2s to get him to 3 and then have nightmares to kill your Satheru before you get to do anything, since the hope was then that if you have to like not have Psychic Shield and other stuff, but which obviously you did have anyway, but that was kind of my hope of like, if I'm going to win, that's probably my you know, it's going to be really hard if you manage to keep Satheru alive anyway. So that was, I mean, because that, you know, if you did that, then you'd have to, you know, I don't know if you would have gone with like Sakoshi or something, or Yami if I'd actually somehow managed to get the kill. Obviously, with cards in hand, that wasn't happening, but yeah, that was my hope, is that the unstoppable flipped better. I could do that, and then versus Yami and Sakoshi, I could keep my Satheru alive.
Yeah, I think
an activation. But
yeah, the real big deal is that I activated my Satheru, you didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he had another hero to actually interact with the middle. He had to just... Akudi had to actually attack another.
Yeah, I activated my Satheru, you didn't. That meant I had 1 extra activation this round, and you was looking pretty dead.
Yeah, and so, like, to not just instantly lose, Akudi would have had to have gone into the lane and attacked a minion. I mean, and at that point, you can just...
if Akudi had not attacked Satheru at all, you would have survived here, but you would have lost the dome.
Yeah, because you would have left someone in the dome, lost the dome, and then that just puts me super far behind.
Yeah, you would have lost the dome, and then Akudi's looking real scrumptious.
Yeah.
Either that, or you could have used the Nightmares Incarnate on a minion, but in that case, you still lose the dome.
Yeah, the Nightmares Incarnate into my Psychic Shield was pretty lucky of me.
Yeah.
Like, I drew 7 zeros this game. Look at the stack that Satheru has of casted spells. What the hell?
Yeah, just all 0 mana cards.
Yeah. There was a bit of a delay as I checked the rules channel to see if I still didn't get healed from Migraine. Because, you know, Migraine does heal ignoring armor, but not ignoring Psychic Shield.
Yeah, because Psychic Shield reduces the damage, so you're not dealing damage to heal off of.
At all, yeah.
But
do we have any questions from the chat, by the way? Chat hasn't been saying a whole lot, but I just want to.
I'm not surprised. This is a very impromptu stream. Did you even advertise it?
Yeah.
We didn't get to advertise it. We literally set the stream up like right before we started.
You could have spent more time flipping before you flipped the cards, man. It was fine.
It was a very fast game, so
it was. It really was.
Oh, yeah.
We spent more time getting it set up than actually playing. Streaming
absolutely.
the game.
I was really terrified. I was expecting when you decided to move Akudi in here, that meant you had a presence and you was going to presence, and that was going to be really bad for me.
Yeah, that was. I mean.
Yeah,
so
you kept only one. You kept 5 cards, and I was like, I think he probably has a presence. That would be really bad for me.
So yeah, and so the awkward thing there is that I wanted to mulligan more cards for the presence. I ended up mulliganing just an Unstoppable, I think it was. No, or just
Ice Wall.
And so I kept. I mean, so the thing was, I kept the Nourish because I knew that I'd want that. I kept 2 Psychic Shields because it's like I really don't want to throw those away, and then, you know, I kept it so I could, you know, get around things like Skytear Discharge. So I just didn't play it because I, you know, with your Sathera, I was expecting things like that, and just like I figured I would prefer, like, I kept some damage, some healing, some Psychic Shields, and a 3 mana card, which was the Unstoppable that I played. And then I was like, I want to discard something, so I got rid of the Ice Wall since I knew that there was a chance that I'd get a free lead off of the deck with Shafathi, which I did. And it's just like I didn't want to discard any of the other cards I had in the hopes of like maybe presence, which obviously I don't think there actually was a presence in the top.
There was
bunch of cards. There was a presence several cards in, but I don't think I was mulliganing
because you predicted twice and threw away once.
Yeah, so it was like I don't think I was getting there. On a mulligan is like that's always the risk. Is like I have cards that are good enough that I don't want to discard them for a random card. But if I could and happen to get presence, that would probably be better.
You almost have to just do your whole hand if you're gonna do it, just to ensure that's your best probability.
He had 2 psychic shields. You're gonna keep the psychic shields, so.
Yeah, it's like in this matchup, I'm going to keep the Psychic Shields, I'm going to keep the Nourish, I'm going to keep the Nightmares that I had, and then I want to keep at least 1/3, and not left just deciding, it's like, okay, I'm going to discard the other 3. Like,
arguably, one of the mistakes you might have made is with your Shafathi move at the very beginning of the game. You put Shafathi here, which meant that my Yami was able to go here. If you'd have put Shafathi here, and I went here, your Akudi could still have worshipped, moved over to here, and then attacked.
Yeah. No, that would have been that would have
saved you a minion, which would have saved you this game.
Yeah. No, so I've been debating which hex to end up in, and I think it depends a lot sometimes on the matchup.
I think with a Yami, you want to end up as far back as you can.
with especially because
otherwise I lock you out of the dome.
Matchup. Yeah, and so that was the awkward part, is because I knew I wanted to get Setheru into that dome. One of the most awkward parts about playing this particular deck is that I tend to want to get all of my heroes into the same dome so that my mages can pile up on the enemy heroes. But it gets awkward on round 1 if the enemy is also piling into that dome, because then you end up with just kind of a wall of heroes. And obviously in this game I got all of my heroes in, but it was at the cost of having to spend both Setheru and Akudi taking 2 actions to actually get into the dome, and then Akudi wanted to worship to try to keep Setheru alive, because I was a little bit worried that you were going to have Sakoshi move up, mark him, and try to kill Setheru. So, fun fact,
because we know each other's deck lists, since we are on the same team and we've been playing with each other, so we know each other's deck lists. I was never going to do that with Sakoshi, because I'm like, the only value, he doesn't have time warp, so the only value he gets here is if he clear mines or releases the spirits, my mark, when I attack with a Sakoshi, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I called it. I was like, he's taking the safe play.
Yeah, no, it's just that I didn't actually, I don't think I had those in hand.
You
at the
had
time,
a release that you mulliganed, but that might have been from your 2-card draw.
I mulligan. Wait,
sorry, not mulligan, but you drew 2 cards and then you threw away release.
Yeah, I didn't. I think I did not keep. I didn't keep any releases. I don't think.
Okay.
I mean, the other issue with that play was, I believe you didn't have a lead in the dome yet, so you needed to get Sakoshi in to lead with.
No, he led with Safathi at the start.
No.
It was
oh, right. No, you attacked a minion. You attacked. I was talking about you games here, but yeah.
I did not want to.
Yeah, I think Setheru led.
Setheru led. I really wanted to get the.
Right.
I really wanted to get the illusion down, so that I was immediately at 3, so I could instantly go for the migraine play to kill Setheru when Setheru activated. But then I was like, no, I have to go the safe play. I'm going to lead, and I ended up only drawing two 3s this game. So they were very helpful.
Oh, that's enough.
I mulliganed a single card, and got my second 3, and I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we didn't have the second 3. Maybe I survive-ish. But
yeah.
you probably win the dome. Yeah. At that point, you potentially just go for the dome, and
yeah, I would have gone for the dome instead. I would have done a little. I would have love tapped your towers and won the dome. But you got Kanui out. Kanui's great.
Yeah, it's definitely awkward. Like, I like going first with this deck, but navigating the first round and a half can be pretty difficult, just because they're, like in this game, like I was prioritizing getting my heroes into the dome, because I realized, especially after taking all the damage with the Setheru and having the Nourish in hand, Akudi is the only one who can cast the Nourish, so I really wanted Akudi in the dome, which is why once that's why I was like, okay, I'm going to spend the 2 actions to get Akudi in the dome.
The Nourish was big. I was quite lucky in some respects that I managed to hit 3 damage off of my 2 flips, which is average for the deck. The deck has an average modifier of something like 1.5. I can actually look it up right now.
Yeah.
Question though, Pathfinder, why was it so important for you to get all your heroes in the dome? Wouldn't I'm wondering why you decided to completely abandon the lane round one.
So, the thought process is that I really was hoping to be able to go for Skytear Master. I knew that a little bit later on I would potentially have presences that would let me potentially steal the dome later, which can be very powerful. And I have found that in a lot of the games I've played, I can often defend the lane just enough that I don't quite lose, and then win the dome enough that helps me kill a lot of heroes even faster, especially with something like Silent Ambassador, where you're potentially getting a 3+, a 1+, and a 0+. That kills heroes really quickly. You can pretty easily do like half of heroes' health with the Silent Ambassador, and then going first, I get to activate one of my mages and finish them off. And so I've generally found that I'm fine taking a bit of a loss round one in the lane, especially if I can get the dome. The other thing is that it's very awkward as the first player with Skytear Master, at least if you don't have the presence, because if you go into the lane, then the other player can give up the lane and guarantee that they actually take the dome. Whereas I have to make the decision, do I want to potentially tie the dome and lose the lane? So the debate, I think, there for me would have been, does Akuti want to worship and get her illusion out, or does Akuti want to attack a minion? Cythera could have potentially also attacked a minion, but I did want to start getting damage in on Yami, and maybe, obviously, in the end, I ended up going for Cythera because he was easier to kill anyway. So maybe it should have been that Cythera should have attacked a minion over Yami, and then just relied on the fact that I had like Unstoppable in hand and was going to be able to get a lot of damage anyway. So that might have been better, because if both of them attacked a minion, then
if both of them attacked a minion, it would have been a draw in the lane.
It would have been you would have had the choice between winning the lane, losing the dome, or drawing both.
It would be
which is a lot better for me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like I agree that I think that's probably the correct.
Yeah, I agree. I agree heavily with keeping the dome. The thing is, if you lose the dome, it's just going to get bad for you over time. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse for you over time.
Yeah, and so usually I want to. I think in a lot of other games I've played, what I would have done would have been at least with Akuti attack the minion instead of getting her illusion out. I was just a little bit concerned about. I really wanted the armor, just in case you decided to go with Sakoshi and Mark,
right?
And then try to kill Cythera there, because I didn't have any. Because I didn't actually have anything I could do. I couldn't do very much about it. I could have.
Yeah, I would never.
I could have more nourished, but that might not have. I was afraid that might not be enough, and I wanted to, with the illusion plus the nourish, I was pretty sure that he'd survive. Because of course, if Akuti doesn't worship and you manage to kill Cytheru, then then it's just potentially just as bad, because you either Sakoshi's in the lane probably at that point pushing the lane, and we're still tying the dome. But
yeah, well, I don't think it actually, in terms of control in the lane, made a difference whether you attacked the minion or placed the illusion, because regardless, you were going to get the minion kill. You got the minion kill with the illusion round 2. If you did the other way, you would have got the minion kill round 1. Right. So the same number of minions killed.
But I still think that it's like if I'd had to, I guess because the Cythera died, that made things awkward because I went first with Shafathi. And in a different world where I didn't worship, and potentially, it's definitely awkward though, because if Akuti's in the dome and doesn't have the illusion, she'd have to worship, move, and attack, and then she can't lead. And if I want to keep heroes in the dome, then that gets awkward for sure.
The only way that the attack from Akuti on the minion matters instead of the worship is if you would have attacked with the Cythera to draw it.
Yeah, and so that's kind of what I was thinking, is like, well, I'm gonna get the illusion out now, and I can't kill the minion, but that's fine. I'll get a minion later, basically. But yeah, I think it may have been correct to attack a minion with Cythera, because because again, as long as you send either Cytheru or Sakoshi into the same dome, like they're going to end up being an easier target than Yami anyway. So the little bit of damage there.
This is something that I've always liked about Ashen Pass. The complexity is still there, but it's simple enough that we can go through and actually have like book openings, as it were. I mean, you can have that in 2-lane, definitely, but we can talk. But like this entire game was basically what I would call a book opening, right?
I think the other thing is going up when you activated Akuri, I think you didn't need to go after the kill on Setharu there. Especially since Setharu had already activated. I think you just move in, attack a minion.
Yeah, no, that would have been the correct play. That would have definitely been the correct play.
Yeah. So like I said earlier, like that would have been the play that doesn't lose right away. Because I miscounted and didn't quite realize again that he had still 2 heroes left to activate.
Yeah, you still hadn't killed a minion, so it gets. So
I was just thinking, it's like, okay, I'll survive by 1, but just miscounted that. The problem is that if I do that, then he won't win the lane by enough to destroy the Nexus, but then he gets to just leave one of the heroes in the dome, lead with anything, and take Silent Ambassador, and then that's going to
I'm gonna pop the tower for like 3 or 4, and that's gonna just put him on a really bad spot.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then it's gonna be like 5 minions or 6 minions there.
Yeah,
he didn't bring Ekra, so he doesn't have his quick shots or combustions.
Yeah, and you're drawing 2 more cards than he is that round because you won both.
Yeah, and it was like that would have been the correct play to not lose. I just think I don't think in the long run it makes that much difference, because I think at that point there's things would be kind of stacked enough in his favor that it would have been very hard, I think, to come back from that still.
Yeah, it's hard.
Agree. You were in a bad position.
Yeah, and so again, that's kind of why when I realized that Cytheru was so low on health, that's why my thought process was that I could potentially actually I had a chance that I was going for of getting the kill with Shafathi, and if I get that, then it's quite a bit less likely, I think, that he actually gets to kill Cytheru at least right away, and then Cytheru gets to potentially like go out, kill some minions or something. But
it was purely the fact that you didn't activate Setharu first, and it's hard to make that decision because if you activate Setharu first, he's not coming back till round 4.
Yeah,
you're not getting hero till round 4, and so you're guaranteed to lose some serious control point value.
Yeah, one of the reasons I didn't activate Cytheru first was so you had Yami here, and then your Cytheru was up here. And so my thought process was that I was going to try to kill Cytheru right away. And I was like, I would prefer to activate Cytheru first.
He was on 14 at the time, though.
But since your Cytheru was at full health, if my Cytheru casts Unstoppable, and I flip 2+2s, then that does the 11 damage. And so my thought process was 2+2s is not unreasonable. Getting too much more than that is definitely less likely. And so the thought process was, assuming I can get about 2+2s, which is
it's not likely,
average,
but
not by too much. But it's not.
Yeah, I mean, you could also get 3+3s, but
In that case, my thought process was, I really want to kill Cytheru before he activates, so that he can't kill my Cytheru. If I do that, though, then the only hero that can finish off the Cytheru with the nightmares is Akuti, because Shafathi is too far away.
And then Akuti cannot.
And then I can't cast Nourish. So that was kind of the decision there, was to cast Unstoppable, to use Shafathi, and then Cytheru can nightmares.
Well, I got the full health from the nice Psyche Shield anyway.
What if you had used a worship with Setharu, then Shafathi could cast nightmares?
Yeah, I mean, then you wouldn't have attacked Yami, right? Oh, you mean have Shafathi
I guess
Setharu worship first? Yeah, that would have worked.
You could worship, attack skirmish. That would work as well. Yeah. I suppose maybe that would have been better. But again, I was also
that probably would have been better. But
yeah.
All right. Well, we should probably end the stream.
I mean, I was still gonna ruin your plans with the migraine.
Yeah, and it was like at that point, I'm like, well, if he has too many cards in hand, there's not a whole lot
your play was just
anyway.
never gonna work because I just drew a great hand.
Yeah, and I just didn't. Again, I think it would have been an okay spot if I'd actually cast the Psychic Shield.
I didn't bother migraining you because you only flipped a +1 on the Shafathi attack, but yeah. and I wanted to save it for Sethru, but if Sethru was doing it, I would definitely have migrated him.
Yeah, that's fair. But I just remembered to cast that. It would have been a little bit better. But
Yeah.
all right, so we've spent 20 minutes playing and an hour and 40 minutes talking. So yeah.
Yep. Maybe we should wrap this up.
well,
Congrats, man.
Congratulations, Game Slayer, on making it to the semifinals. I guess you play the winner of Apollos and Zambo.
Yeah.
And good game, Pythonner. Congratulations on making the quarterfinals.
Yeah, congrats making it.
Any
good
final
luck,
thoughts?
Good luck in your future games, Game Slayer.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
luck, man.
Yeah, Eric, accurate. This is like a degenerate testing session that you're listening to. All right. And on
We
that
had to fill
note,
time, guys. The slot is booked for an hour. We had to fill the time.
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. Until next time. And we'll have more qualifier games coming throughout the week.
All right, guys. It's been me against 99 aka NooBrainer. Thank you for watching. We're in the semifinals against Apollos or Zambo. We beat Apollos already. Zambo always scares me. I always play against him, and he kind of just plays brain dead red green and kind of scares me with it. Me against 99 aka NooBrainer. Thank you for watching. Could be playing something completely different this time, though. Signing off.